let's talk infertility issues.
Another day on my schedule, steady blocking the devil. I tell a hater, God bless you. You gotta keep the momentum. If you love me, then I love you, and I could never forget.
Good morning, diamonds and beams. Y'all, I woke up with positive vibes today. Like, I feel like today is gonna be a great day. And I feel amazing. First of all, I want to say this. Thank you to the person who commented on the last vlog. And I'm glad you like it. Fingers crossed, I hope Adam likes it too. Yeah. So, yeah. Well, come on. You go play. To be honest with you, I'm kind of debating on whether or not, and I don't want to give your hopes up, because I've just been thinking about this for like a couple days. And to be honest, I feel like I should do some throwbacks. Comment down below if you would like to see some throwbacks. So I finally just got my son now. And the thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about, especially the women, is, as you can read from the title down below, it's about infertility issues. Now, to be honest with you, with my past, I never thought I could have a baby. Let's just keep it 100. Okay? Because my ex, I'm going to start from the beginning and go from there. So, wow, this is hard. Okay. Now, as a woman myself, I always wanted to have, like, the perfect family. When I was a little girl, I dreamt of having 2 kids, 2 dogs, my dream house, my husband, everything. I dreamt of that. I wanted that. Now, with that being said, we're going to skip ahead to, I'd say, 2006. Okay? 2006, I was in a relationship with this man, my ex. The thing I didn't know was that he was abusive. And this is really hard for me to talk about, and this is one thing that has brought me ahead in life, because I use that as motivation, and it was something that I didn't know of, but also something that was hard. Now, my ex, his name was EJ, okay? So, EJ and I met at a coffee house. I'm pretty sure that I did a story time on it. And with that being said, we linked up. He moved in with me to my apartment, and he told me to put his name on the lease, right? It didn't work like that. Anybody who knows, it doesn't work like that. So that was the first red flag, but I didn't think nothing of it. Second thing was, when we got together, he was very, very weird. Weird as in, like, controlling. Okay? So when he was controlling, I didn't notice more of the red flags, which was he was doing, there was this pill, because he had ADHD or whatever it was. So he took this pill, and he smashed it up. Okay? And as he was smashing it up, he would sniff it. It was Wellbutrin. So he was only supposed to take, I think, 2. And that night was hell, because I had just gotten back from my homegirls, and it was weird because he wouldn't let me take a shower. And when he wouldn't let me take a shower, I was like, what the fuck is going on here? So he eventually allowed me to go take a shower. So I went in, took a shower. 2 seconds later, he jumps in the shower with me. Okay? As I get out of the shower, we get out of the shower. It just went from hell. It was hell. Because this dude was high as hell. Okay? And he would rape me. He beat me. He smashed 2 40s over my head. Punched me. Set me on fire. All that. And he limited what I could eat. Okay? Keep in mind I was pregnant at that point. I was pregnant at that point. So he wouldn't allow me to take showers by myself. He wouldn't allow me to eat certain amounts of food when I was craving it. He would let me go hours without eating. He wouldn't even let me go out with my girls. So one night he got really, really high. And that's when things escalated. And he did the 2 40s over my head, punched me, punched the wall that I was standing at, punched me in the stomach, set me on fire. And I have bruises on my legs and stuff to prove it. And I'm not going to show you. But there's that. The one thing I did not know was that my sister was outside my apartment door at that time. So my sister heard the whole entire thing. EJ opened the door, said, "Your sister's here." I'm like, "What?" And then EJ was about to leave. My sister stopped him. She went off on him. And then she said, "You may leave." After that, it was weird from there because I got a call from my homegirl because that night she dropped me off. And she's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm just chilling at home and stuff like that." I'm like, "Where you at?" She goes, "Oh, I'm over at your father's house." I'm like, "Okay." Meanwhile, she was in the car in my apartment complex the whole time. Next thing I know, I'm witnessing her ex-boyfriend / baby daddy, Hell's Angels, all coming towards me. Yes, I'd rather die with them too. So then my homegirl took my keys out of my purse because my purse was on the table. So she had access to going in my purse and my phone and all that other stuff. So my homegirl, she took the keys out of my purse. She was tossing it to my sister. And they kept on tossing it back and forth about 2 or 3 times. Finally, my sister went like this and hid my keys. Next thing that I know is that my sisters and my homegirl were like, "You need to tell him." I'm like, "What do you mean tell him?" And they're like, "You need to tell him that it's over." at that point I was scared. So I did tell him that it was over. I was scared. And then my sister and my homegirl and the Hells Angels, her ex/baby daddy, was like, let's go. EJ pulls me aside. As he pulls me aside, he's like, I have nowhere to go. I was like, with tears running down my eyes, I'm like, that's not my problem anymore. So then my sister intervenes and she was like, I could drop you off at a shelter, but that's all I'm going to do. And EJ was making all these excuses, saying, oh, they're not open, this, that, and the other. So after that, I went to the doctors. First the police station, filed a report, and then the doctors. So I did that. Come to find out, they gave me a pill. So as they gave me the pill, I took it. I started having contractions on the floor. And as I'm on the floor, blood is coming out of me. I'm shaking, I'm sweating, everything. And then my baby comes out, my daughter comes out. And when my daughter came out, I got to hold her in my hands. She was so small. She was, like, I could literally go like this and see her and hold her. And the next thing I remember is putting her up to my chest and just living in that moment for a minute. And then I had to bury her myself. And then I went to the doctors again. After I went to the doctors again, they said, you're not able to have a baby. You're no longer able to have a baby. That crushed my world. So I gave up my dreams of having kids until Adam came along and he rescued me. He knew he could get me pregnant. I gave up the dream of having a baby. But look at me now, I'm a mother. It's something that I always wanted. Something that I always wanted. And now I got it. I know that God has his own timing to tell you when things are going to happen. It just took me that abusive relationship and giving up my hopes and dreams of having the family that I wanted to have the family that I have now. And that's one thing I'm not going to do. So, with that being said, Adam he wants to continue our legacy. He wants us to have another baby. I'm blessed to have a man who has loved me from the beginning, 24 years. It's astounding, it's amazing. We've faced a lot of trials and tribulations and our ups and downs and stuff like that. And I'm grateful for him. And we stuck by each other's side through thick and thin. so grateful for him. So, what I want to say to the women out there, I know you might be facing infertility issues at the moment, but God has his own timing, so don't give up at all. And the other thing I want to say is I cannot wait to have another baby with this man. I'm scared, I'm nervous, I'm already losing sleep, but I'm ready for the next step in this journey. And we're taking you guys, our diamonds and beams, along the way with us. And I want you to know that we love you, that we appreciate you, and I mean a lot to us. For the people who support us, the diamonds, the beams, thank you. But I'm gonna go. As Adam would say, hustle hard, kiss from missus, and don't forget to keep shining bright like the diamonds and the beams that you are. If Major was awake, he would say subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next vlog. I love you guys so much. Thanks for watching. Bye.
If I hear, girl, what's wrong? My man ain't shit, then why you won't leave him? Cause bitch, dick tooth bomb. Girl, get some prison dick. They'll blow your back out, just saying.
Baby, that your secret safe here with me. Want you to be free to be girl.